why do we need bosses, for example? Why can't we run things ourselves? Why should there be rich people living in mansions while other people are homeless in the streets? Why should some people have access to health care and others starve and not have access to it? Why should we pour money into creating stealth bombers instead of using it for schools and houses? All kinds of questions immediately come to mind, and the bewildered herd are likely to ask them if they're permitted to have an honest look at the world. When people are asked, would you prefer spending for military purposes or social spending like health and education and welfare and so on, by huge margins the public preferred social spending, 4 to 1 or 7 to 1, depending on how you ask. In fact, majority of the population was in favor of higher taxes if it was used for those purposes, which is quite unusual. People rarely are in favor of higher taxes. But the policies, nevertheless, were quite the opposite. The policies were to dismantle and destroy the limited support system that there was, and to transfer resources from the poor to the rich. The 1980s were a decade of outright robbery, in which the poorer part of the population was robbed, which is the great majority, were robbed outright to enrich a small sector. If any of this was presented to the general public in a regular, intelligible fashion, they would want to do something about it. And in the United States, which is a relatively free society, you can't control them by force. So they better not know about it.
Well,
they better not think about it.
Well,